I'm here with Coach Licari and Becca Hazlett of the girls tennis team. Last year there was no season, so what are you guys looking for? What are you guys picking up from this year?
I think, not having a season last year, obviously that hurt everybody. I think we're in a situation where we don't have a lot of our location. A lot of our girls don't hit with. They don't have their own personal trainers or teaching pros or anything like that as far as tennis goes. So we haven't got to hit a lot in the last 2 years, some in the summer when girls came to open tennis. But other than that, not a lot. So we've actually been able to gain a lot in the first 4 weeks. Even our really experienced girls that missed the year last year, they've been able to catch up a lot on what they missed in the past year.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are getting back into the swing of things and not necessarily learning new things about tennis, but definitely picking up on what we've already had and just improving from there.
You guys only returned one state qualifier from 2 years ago, Addison Duransky. So you're looking at a whole new 1 and 2 singles and 1 and 2 doubles teams. What are those teams looking like right now?
I think we'll be pretty solid at most of the varsity positions. I think even though we only had one state qualifier from 2 years ago, we would have had probably 4 of the girls in this year's lineup would have played at state last year if we would have had a season. So yeah, they didn't get that particular experience, but they're still solid. And I guess technically we returned 1 varsity player, but actually in my mind it's more like 4.
Yeah, I agree with what he said, because a lot of us have gone and done a lot of open courts and stuff over the summer, and we probably, like he was saying, we probably would have been on varsity last year. So,
Becca, you sprained your ankle your sophomore year, so you really haven't been on the court as much. So what's it like getting back into the groove of things?
I think it's been really fun and it's been awesome. When I came back my sophomore season, I was on a JV court to just start practicing again, and I'm super excited to be able to play at the varsity.
So you mentioned on media day that the duels, you never had a perfect duel season, but this year you kind of anticipate is the year that you could do it. You want to talk about the duel season?
I think in the past few years, I believe 5-2. We've been 5-2 or 6-1 most seasons in duels. I think maybe we had a 4-3 in there at one time. So the girls have been really competitive in our duel matches against teams that are us and like Lincoln North Star, for example, go back and forth. There's years where they're pretty solid and they'll beat us, and it's always close though. In years that we're a little better and we'll beat them, but that they come to mind right away just because it's always a dogfight with North Star for whatever reason. But overall, we're looking forward to a lot of our duels, and I think it's just a different atmosphere to duel versus a tournament.
So how do you guys expect to start the season and finish it off hopefully this year?
We're looking for a good start to the season. I think the way our schedule sets up, we don't start out with our toughest tournaments and toughest duels necessarily aren't right at the beginning. So it's going to definitely give us a chance to work our way into the season, experience some different types of things before we really hit a really high level of competition. Even next Thursday we go to the York Invite, first time we've been in that, and there's good solid competition there that we definitely need to see, but still there's a couple tournaments later where it's even a step up from that.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm excited for the season, and as for our goal for it, we want, as varsity, I think we kind of all talked about it, winning as many games as possible and then hopefully making it to the second day of state later on.
All right, guys.